welcome to Sam's on Wrestling. This is Baby Sam.
Hello there.
I'm Sam, elder of the Sams.
Very old.
We are so old that we have seen a lot of wrestling.
Yes.
And we're so old, we've seen a lot of long title reigns. So we decided to find out which one's the best of all time.
Yes.
Actually, not of all time.
Yeah.
So what we're doing today is we're going to do a bracket series. If you're unfamiliar, it's our tournament-style episode where we will take a random group of usually 32. We will randomly draw them. Why are we randomly drawing them, Sam?
Because if you seed them, you've already decided which is best.
And we are going to determine which is the greatest ever, longest title reign of all time since WrestleMania 1. Why WrestleMania 1? Because that's kind of when things started being put on television properly. I can't judge how good Bruno's title reigns were.
Our wrestling knowledge only extends so far.
Well, I have good knowledge of Bruno, but I can't tell you what is...
You've not seen it.
I've not seen it.
Watched it.
I can't tell you anything.
No.
So we have actually taken every single WWE title reign since WrestleMania 1, and we've taken the top 32, and I really mean the top 32.
In terms of length, not
Length,
quantity. Yeah.
and we have put them into this bracket. We're going to determine which is the greatest of all time. You looking forward to it?
Badly.
You're the judge.
I'm the jury and executioner.
You
as
are.
well.
I'm going to have 3 vetoes. How does it work? We have 2 judges, but obviously only one of us can be the head judge. Baby Sam is going to be the head judge, but if I completely disagree with him, I will veto him, and my decision gets to go through
I think
automatically.
it's appropriate. I'm known for my longevity.
You are known for your longevity, and I get 3 vetoes, but I can't do it in the semi-final or the final, or repetition over and over again. Should we get into it, Sam?
Let's do it.
But before we do, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, to follow on the Main Event Wrestling Network, and let's go and find out what's the greatest long of all time. We're kicking off with World Champions. It is AJ Styles' 371 WWE title reign.
Is this from when he beat Jinder 20?
That's the one. And Seth Rollins' most recent World Heavyweight title reign, which was of 316 days.
Was it that long?
He had it that long.
Wait, hang on. Right. Oh, wait, is this when he won it?
Lost it to McIntyre at WrestleMania 40.
Oh,
He had it for that long.
Blimey.
He had it.
It was a good title reign.
It's a really good. It actually cemented the World Heavyweight title as a legitimate title. Because if it bounced around with mid-carders for a bit, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins actually gave it legitimacy.
Yes, but I'm still going AJ.
I'm also going AJ. It's actually a really good title reign, but at the same time, actually wasn't.
It was good because AJ made it good.
Nakamura.
They gave it the punk treatment of putting it in the mid-card.
Yeah.
Joe, on paper it's great, Nakamura and Joe
Yeah.
and Zayn and Owens. It's got some really good opponents, but SmackDown back then was just booked so weirdly and badly. So a lot of the feuds were nonsensical. But I think he made it because on pay-per-view, when it mattered, he'd usually have very good matches.
So what's really surprising, though, because obviously this is since WrestleMania 1, so you think a lot of these are going to be a bit more older. There's a lot of modern on here because of Triple H.
Yeah.
Gunther's 666-day Intercontinental reign.
Dark horse, this one.
Dean Ambrose's 351 United States title reign.
Right, well.
Bye, Dean!
Bye,
You
Dean.
sucked! By the way, I looked into this because I complained and said he had it for 351 days and never defended it. He defended it quite a bit. It turns out it was like 10 or 11 times.
But is it more like on a Raw or not a pay-per-view?
Yes.
Well, still, I think that's good.
But so I'm going to, after a long time ago, having a massive complaint about it, I'm going to complain about it just slightly less.
Did defend it, yeah.
We'll talk about Gunther's a bit more later. John Cena's 380 WWE title reign, so this is when he beat Edge at TLC before losing it to
A pectoral muscle.
A pectoral
Yes.
muscle. Versus Rhea Ripley's 380-day World Heavyweight Championship that she literally just had. Really recent.
Well, we talked about this period with John Cena quite recently.
It's not very good.
Well, you say that,
But
but
there is
not as bad as you give it credit
It's not
for.
as bad as the other stuff he did.
No. So you've been quite harsh to this.
Yeah.
I think it's not as bad as you give it.
I think Cena's better stuff, sadly, is before the title reign. Your RVD, your
so
Edge.
he won this from Edge. So this includes the Umaga stuff. This includes
Umaga is in there,
Harley,
which is fantastic.
Shawn Michaels. which is
WrestleMania
fantastic.
is fantastic.
But also on that Raw in the UK.
It's
as well.
unbelievable.
Classic, the Fatal 4-Way
at
at
Backlash, that's in there too. It's way better.
It deserves more respect than you give it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's way better than Rhea's. Rhea's had no one to face. That was the
Yeah.
problem. Rhea's was good. Rhea's is
she'd been facing Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton and Edge. She might.
Well, she was the best performer, but she outside of Becky.
Didn't have that.
Outside of Becky and
less stars in the division. So it's weird that we touched upon early on that actually a title reign
is not the person.
It's not about the person.
No, it's not.
In some ways, in many ways, it is, but no, you need people around it to make it good.
Absolutely. Randy Savage's 371 WWE title reign. So this is WrestleMania 5.
Mega Powers and
WrestleMania 4 to WrestleMania 5.
Great.
And MVP's 343 day United States reign.
I know my answer, but don't sleep on MVP.
This is, I tell you what, I'm not sleeping on. I think this is better than people realise.
Yeah.
Let's talk about MVPs briefly here. His feud with Matt Hardy is brilliant. His actual feud with Benoit to take the title. MVP made this United States title something since Eddie Guerrero.
He was, as a kid, he was always synonymous with the US title.
I think
US title.
I think MVP. That's what I think of. So that says a lot. This is a very, very good title reign.
Yes, it is.
Randy Savage's has an incredible Hulk Hogan storyline.
Legendary.
It's unbelievable. Didn't defend it as much as we would like
but
to.
I think for the time, but they're never going to.
I know, but honestly, watching that feud, watching a person being WWE champion turning heel, only happened since Punk. In terms of the times that's
so
I can
back
think
then
of.
it was unheard of.
Not unheard of. It's so legendary. It's so great. It can't not be Randy, and I think MVP's had a little bit of a raw deal there.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, beat a lot of people on this list.
Randy Savage is going through. Becky Lynch's 373-day women's title reign. That's from WrestleMania 35 until pregnancy.
So that was the Raw one, because obviously she lost the SmackDown one.
Yeah.
Right.
And Trish Stratus's 448 women's title reign. Now, can I throw something out there about the Trish one? Now, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. She buggered off for 4 months.
Did she?
Didn't drop the title, just buggered off for 4 months, and they just didn't bother, and she just returned as women's champion. Trish was it was very good. Trish was doing an excellent job. Becky got thrown into crap feuds.
Yeah, it was a legendary winning of the title.
And then Lacey Evans and Natalia was in that as well.
Yeah.
If I'm being perfectly honest, Sam, I think it's Trish.
Which is mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was very underwhelming. Then she got thrown in the mixed tag with Seth, which was bad.
I think Trish's long way again. This is the problem when you don't research it, because we try not to. We do everything off our own brains, vibes and everything. I think this is the Mickey James loss. Right. I think that's the loss. I think that's what it's from. I think it's from there to there. So it's a hell of a long time. I'm still picking Trish.
Okay, I'll go with Trish.
Cody Rhodes' 378-day WWE title reign.
The first one.
Yes, it is the first one. Bayley's 380-day what end up being the World Heavyweight Championship reign. Her giant one through the COVID era.
I'd go with Cody. I think Bayley's is better than it's given.
Bayley and Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks hold COVID. They hold it together.
Yeah.
Bayley is phenomenal. I nearly would pick Bayley, but there's one reason I don't. No one's watching it.
Yeah. It's not remembered, is it?
No one's watching. It is remembered, but it's not remembered. Yeah. It's Cody's isn't great, but I think people have slept on his AJ Styles matches.
The match quality. I
mean,
we did the end of the year awards last year, or the year he won it, and we thought actually he's been given a bit of a raw deal because he's not been booked great. But when you actually look at the matches, fantastic. Yeah. Look at the Kevin Owens feud.
Yeah.
So you say the stories. I'm sorry. Yeah. That Kevin Owens feud. You look back at it. It was actually a really good feud.
Yeah.
I wanted Owens to win.
Yeah.
But I feel like we get caught up a little bit too much in what we want to happen, and we don't just enjoy what's right in front of us.
I agree. I'm
one of the biggest Kevin Owens fans going, but I'm annoyed they didn't win. But the feud and the matches were fantastic and made both men look really good. And even the build-up to the Cena stuff was good.
Yeah, I agree. It's Cody Rhodes. Yeah. Sorry, Bayley. Thank you for everything you did during lockdown. Jesus Christ. This is an interesting one, Sam. Nikki Bella's 301 Divas title reign.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Save your oh gods for a second.
No.
It's Fabulous Moolah's 380 women's title reign. Yes, she had a 380-day women's title reign after WrestleMania 1. I believe it's taken from when she stole the title off Wendy Richter when they did the original Screw job. Screw Moolah.
Agreed.
Thank you. Can we just put Nikki, and we'll talk about Nikki in a minute?
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah, screw Moolah. Screw that vile, horrible woman. Bye. Roman Reigns. 1,316 WWE/Universal title reign. And he's up against London and Kendrick's 331 tag team title reign.
Do I get a veto?
Well, you are the judge, Sam.
What did you talk about Kendrick and London?
Do you know what? They were the best tag team in a division that didn't have tag teams.
You say it's a compliment, but it's not.
But there was a reason they were 331. They didn't just go, well, we haven't got time, we'll just keep bouncing. They just went, do you know what? You guys are the best. So we'll keep it with you and we'll come up with new tag teams to feud with you and then we'll get rid of them. So they literally were inventing tag guns. They feuded with Lunger and Kendrick and then that tag team would disappear. Like, Damien Sandow was one of them. Yeah. He was in a tag team. Do you know who was his manager?
Go on.
Michelle McCool. That's 2005, Sam.
Random.
They were called the Teacher's Pet because she used to be a teacher.
Naturally.
And they had the Pitbulls. That was Jamie Noble and the guy from TNA that no one cares about. So, they didn't have a lot to face. I think it's Roman Reigns, Sam.
I'm going to edge him. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Roman. We always do the left-hand side of the board first to get our first finalist. So we're going to do the last 16. It's AJ Styles' 371 WWE title reign versus Gunther, 666. Oh. It's the greatest Intercontinental reign of all time. Bar none.
Honky Tonk Man?
Bar none.
The Honky Tonk Man.
It was brilliant, his reign, his IC title.
Is that going to be here?
Yeah, good. I believe so. It's long. It's essentially, I believe the shortest actually is 300. I believe 300. I think literally there's no 200s in this list, I think everyone is 300 and above. Gunther's reign is unbelievable. Lost to the wrong person, but should have been Chad Gable.
Well, yes, but I still think it was a very, very good option. So I think
it was a good option.
About it too much,
but I think but I think Chad Gable was the right choice. But oh my god, every match is awesome. His matches with Sheamus, amazing. His matches with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, amazing. Like, some of these matches are genuinely...
Chad Gable as well.
Chad Gable's was incredible. Legendary reign. AJ's, sadly, as good as it was given awful booking.
Yes.
And that is what's going to sway it. Gunther is going through. This is a tough one. Cena's 380-day title reign, which we now, when you sit down and think about it, because we did title reigns before with John Cena, and we did his greatest ever title reigns. We've done a bracket with literally Cena's greatest ever title reigns, and I think this one got to the final, I believe, top of my head. I can't remember now. I'd have to go back and watch it. I think it got to the final. In fact, Sam will tell me. What round did it make? And Randy Savage, 371.
I'm giving it Randy. I think the fact that they had such a great slow
a year-long story. Yeah.
Where he turned heel in it, which again,
and brilliantly
you got
done.
To look at the time.
Oh yeah,
that is like groundbreaking storytelling for that time.
Cena missed having that one amazing feud. He had loads of good feuds. Umaga, good feud. The Fatal Boy, good. Shawn Michaels wasn't actually that good a feud. It was a good feud. Lots of good feuds.
Consistent.
No, oh my god, do you remember that Cena feud?
It's almost like you needed that really good one-on-one Edge feud to be in that reign.
Yeah, if Edge's thing that he had just before, or the RVD thing that just happened before, had happened in the reign, then I think we're talking about, I'm with you, Randy Savage all the way. Yeah. Trish's 448 women's versus Cody Rhodes' 378. I think it's Cody Rhodes.
Bye, Trish.
Bye, Trish. Nikki Bella's 301 Divas
have you got this far?
versus Roman Reigns is 1316.
Oh. What a matchup.
So far Roman has had London and Kendrick, and now he's had...
He didn't need an easy draw.
He didn't. He was going to do one
But
anyway.
He's got one.
Can we talk about Nikki's? It was done solely for one reason and one reason only.
To break
AJ Lee's record because she'd just left the company. Because the minute she broke she lost it like a week later, I think, to Charlotte Flair, is what my memory's telling me, right? And then they got rid of the Divas title in general, so it didn't matter anyway. Good, well done, Nikki. Round 2. This is a great quarterfinal lineup, Jesus Christ. Gunther, 666 Intercontinental. Randy Savage, 371.
I'd like to see that match.
I would as well, particularly with Randy writing it.
Oh my god. Help. help.
Right. I don't want to put this too much into it, because I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things.
What you're going to.
But I'm going to put it here, I think. I think the length makes a difference here. Because usually, and I think it'll make a difference in the next one as well, but to sustain consistently, Gunther has come across... But this title reign, and this is the best thing about it, you can talk about them because they're different titles as well. This made him a main eventer. He had a 660-day reign, always in the mid-card, always having the best matches, automatically was a main eventer. He won the world title 5 months later.
Whereas you could argue Savage never reached these heights.
This was it, really. Well, he won the world title once after that, briefly, and then he won a few WCWs. But this is the height, which is fine. Again, that you were not comparing them, but I'm saying the length of time. And I'm going to go with that Gunther had better matches than Randy's. Gunther didn't have any of the stories, but the match he had with Sheamus, though, and the match he had with Sheamus and Drew, I mean, those are legendary matches.
What he did was a physical feat to be a champion for that long and wrestling that consistency, whereas Savage wouldn't have been wrestling as much.
It's a real shame that Gunther doesn't wrestle kind of like this now.
Yeah.
He doesn't do. It's not the same anymore.
No, I don't know whether that's to do with him going and being the main event, protecting himself a bit more.
And not taking on Sheamus and Drew.
Yeah.
Taking on his softer wrestlers.
Yeah, because it is hard to sustain that. So.
Oh, this is so tight.
I'd probably go Gunther because of the consistency of quality. Because if you look at it, a lot of the Savage stuff, great as it is,
he's taking on
tagging against
Bossman and
what was Zeus and all that.
No, it wasn't Zeus. He was tagging with Zeus beforehand.
There you go.
He was again Akeem. It was Bossman and Akeem.
Yeah, so there's stuff. Whereas Gunther's got a body of work. That's
I think this is tough on Randy, but I think it is Gunther. We're going to put Gunther through to the semi. Cody Rhodes' 378 reign after taking it off of Roman Reigns 13-16. Cody's is fine. It's good decent matches, solid matches. It's nothing compared to Roman Reigns.
No, and it wasn't supposed to be.
No, it wasn't. Babyfaces can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Roman.
Well, look at these. Like Gunther heel, Randy turned heel, and Roman heel. Babyfaces shouldn't go this long. It's very difficult to sustain. Roman goes through. To get into the final of the greatest long title reign of all time, it's Gunther's 666 IC. Roman Reigns 13-16 WWE Universal title reign.
I'm sorry, Gunther, mate.
Do you know what the only thing I will say is a criticism for Roman?
Went on too long.
Is no, not necessarily.
Not necessarily. It was dragging.
No. Here's what I'm going to say because you're right, and that's kind of sort of the point I'm making, but not the point I'm making.
Sorry.
No, because it's the correct point to make. Because it's the right decision that he should have beaten 39, because that's actually what made 40 even more special. The problem is we had to get through 39 for 40, and he didn't do anything. He disappeared. I think he had like two title matches or something in that month. He had a fatal 4-way, and I think he took maybe Jay at SummerSlam. Yeah. I think that's about it. Everything else were tag team matches and stuff. Yeah. So he disappeared for a year. So literally, this, and I also point out, it started off brilliantly, then drifted in the middle, and then Sami Zayn turned up. So I think people forget that this legendary reign does have two troughs in it.
Yes.
Because you can't sustain that for 13. I think we have to say it's 4 years. You're not going to go 4 years of brilliance.
No, you're not.
But I think between these two, I think I have to give it to Roman.
Yeah. Great though Gunther's was. And they happened at the same time.
They did. That was the crazy thing about it. You know, they both ended at the same night.
No, wasn't Gunther mainly 39? No,
that was 40. They both ended on the same night.
Why didn't I clock that?
One was night one, one was night two.
I don't know why that wasn't a thing.
They didn't make a big deal. No,
that's cool. All right.
No. Fair. Roman Reigns, I think, just pips it, I think. But I think Sami Zayn's done a lot of heavy lifting there.
Yeah, well, Sami Zayn's involved in both these.
Yes, that's the... Well, how great. Sami Zayn. Jesus. We move on to the right-hand side of the board. We've got Diesel with his 358 WWE title reign.
Regrettable.
And we've got a person who, technically, this starts before WrestleMania 1, but goes past WrestleMania 1, so it counts. It's Hulk Hogan's 1,400 WWE title reign, losing it to Andre at Saturday Night's main event in front of 30 million people, which leads into WrestleMania 4. So he had it for 1,400, which I would point out is longer than the Roman Reigns.
Didn't quite catch Hogan. Where did Roman place eventually? Was it like top
fifth,
fourth,
fifth, something like that?
Which you're never going to get one.
No, wait, Bruno
had a second one that we didn't talk about.
It's Bruno, Backlund, Hogan, Roman, I think, is the list. I mean, technically Roman's doesn't count on that list because it's universal, but if you did world, then it would be fine. So Diesel, one of the worst WWE Championship. It's actually not that bad. I'm going to tell you something now. All of 95 is bad, and Diesel gets the blame for that. And he shouldn't have been champion for that long. But they got put up against Mabel.
Yeah,
at SummerSlam. What do you want him to do? His matches with Shawn were great. Didn't get to put him in the main event of WrestleMania, though. They stuck him in the bloody mid-card because they want to put a bloody football player there. Yeah. He had a great match with Brett, which he ended up losing the title. His matches with Brett were brilliant. Because it's Brett, you know. Hate Brett, but again, it's Brett. It's actually a fine. It's clearly Hogan. So, Hogan's going through. Sam, good luck with this one. You like both of these.
No.
It's the New Day. Yes, it is. With their 483 tag team title reign. Yeah. And it's the Honky Tonk Man.
The Honky Tonk Man.
With his 454 Intercontinental Championship
reign. I'd love to see this segment.
Oh my God, how much fun would this have been?
Oh my goodness.
What do you do with that?
Ultimately, Sam, we look at it this way. I love the Honky Tonk Man, but can you name me many memorable moments from his reign?
Well, it's all gimmicks. It's all talking backstage. It's all stealing the title. If you actually watch it, great. No matches. But that's not what his gimmick was about. His gimmick was about stealing the IC title.
But the New Day won the title and were brilliantly entertaining for a long time.
I remember the day they broke the record because they messed them about. They made them the main part of the show. They wouldn't do that now. They didn't do it with Gunther when he won over the IC. They didn't do it. They were coming up to the record and they defended the titles and they celebrated with Steph. And then I think they did something to Steph. And she made him defend it again.
She's great.
Great! The annoying thing about it is they lost it like days later.
No, I think it was like, there was the Monday of the Raw.
And then they lost it on the pay-per-view.
That weekend they lost it immediately.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. You know.
And
gutting.
Yeah, agreed. So did they win it as heels, then turn face, then turn heel when they were champion? Or did they win it as faces?
No, they didn't turn back. They weren't heel for a long time. They were heel in like 2012. They won it as faces. They were faces.
I remember they were kind of twins because they were against the bar.
They were tweeners.
They were a babyface team and they lost it.
They were tweeners.
So it was like a big babyface.
But then once they turned, they stayed.
They kind of went back. Yeah.
I've got New Day here.
Yeah, I've got New Day.
New Day going through. He's back again. It's Hulk Hogan, 364. This is after he wins it at WrestleMania 5 to WrestleMania 6. And weirdly, it's going very secular right now. It's Demolition's tag team, the original record holders of 478. I'm going to tell you this now. That Demolition title reign, very underrated.
Yeah.
Very, very. They've got a catalogue of very good matches in there. Right. This is not just they've got it for a long time no, there are good tag teams around this era, and they are having good matches. Hogan, this is not his best streak of matches between 5 and 6.
Well, he wins the Rumble, doesn't he?
He does win the Rumble as champion.
Yeah, but we've not established what that is yet. Yeah. And then what's he doing? Is this oh, okay.
Exactly. It's actually the biggest issue.
I can give it to Demolition then.
I think it is Demolition. I don't think Hogan does a lot here. I think Hogan does more beforehand. I think this is just back to being champion after Savage. And then he just kind of drifts for a little bit. Doesn't do much, really. So, yeah, for me, it's Demolition. In caps, for some reason, CM Punk's 430... Oh, what? I don't look at this draw. I never look at the draw until now.
Okay.
You're going to love this, right? CM Punk, 434 WWE, versus the person with the lowest, the smallest title reign on this. AJ Lee, 295. Wow.
Wild.
Just even more funny, I pressed random 2 more times this morning.
Did you?
I already randomised it, picked it up on the new, brand new iPad today, picked it up and went, random. You know, your brain goes, randoms. Wow. How crazy is that?
Well, let's talk about AJ, because she's going.
It's actually a fun reign.
Yeah.
It's really
Is this
fun.
the one? I remember she did a really good promo on the Total Divas cast.
It's the one she lost to Paige.
So it was that one, I believe. She was brilliant. Yeah. She was basically on about
she held the division together with sticky back plastic.
Yeah. She was basically going at them for their fake lashes and all this, and she's like, you can never lace up my Chuck Taylors and all this. Yeah. It was really
great
good
promo.
Because it basically just tore down everything that the Divas division was built around, which was just looks, and that was it, and sexuality, and
she was amazing. She is.
I'm here because I'm good.
She is a legend. People criticise her returning. Oh, she's gonna barely get back. Just be back happy she's back, because she is one of the greatest of all time. Put her in the Hall of Fame. She is so amazing. We need to do a Sam's Wrestling Hall of Fame based on AJ Lee, I think. Okay. I think it's time. We don't discuss our Hall of Fames, but I think she needs it. Anyway, we're eliminating her. Replacing her with CM Punk.
Better.
Feminism! Yes. A person you might not even know who it is, Sam. It's Rockin' Robin, 502 days as women's champion.
Haven't met her.
She is the half-sister of Jake the Snake Roberts. She was, do you know what she's probably most famous for? They did a rib on her and made her sing America the Beautiful at WrestleMania.
Which one?
I can't remember, 4 or 5, one of those ones. She can't sing. It's really mean. She was the women's champion. At the time, she was the women's champion. And anyway, she's taken on Brock Lesnar's 504 Universal Mania 1 after WrestleMania 33.
One of my favourite trains, Sam.
Well, he's not there.
No.
He disappears. He wins it at 33.
He didn't sing America the Beautiful.
He did not sing
America the Beautiful. I would love to see that.
Well, can we talk about that Rockin' Robbins is only 2 days short? This 504-day reign. It sucks, Sam.
Yeah.
It's a bad reign.
is a bad reign, and it held main eventers down like Samoa Joe and Braun Strowman that should have got that.
He didn't need the title to be disappearing. I know Brock, it matters to be champion, and I'm glad he was multiple time champion when he returned. But if you're going to bugger off for this long, what's the point? Yeah. Why not just go, okay, Brock, you're going to be champion. Do you mind if you do 4 pay-per-views in a row and we just won't bother having you at SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble? We'll see you next year. Disappear for 8 months. Go and have 8 months on the farm. Just do that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's better than Rockin' Roberts, by the way.
Fair.
Just so you know. Sensational Sherry's 441 women's title reign. Okay. Yes, there were women who were not doing anything who just held on to the title for a long time.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yes, and it's the Usos 622 tag team title reign.
Oh. I forgot they did. Yeah, break that completely.
Sherry, everyone forgets that Sherry was a good wrestler. They forget this. Sadly, pretty much the minute this finishes, all the women disappear. Yeah. In fact, the title practically disappears, and they just move her into manager roles, in which that is probably where she's better at it anyway. We will talk about the Usos, I assume, later.
Oh, yes.
Gregory Helms is on this list with a 385-day Cruiserweight Championship reign. I remember it. And it's Randy Savage's Intercontinental Championship reign of 400 in Steamboat. There's very few people who've turned up twice. Hogan and Savage have got themselves on this list twice. I think that Gregory Helms' Cruiserweight title reign sucks because he entered into a 4-month feud with Matt Hardy. Not a Cruiserweight, Sam.
Oh, yeah, but you can still allow it.
For 4 months.
Yeah.
He didn't defend the title in that 4 months.
Okay, that's an issue.
That's the problem.
If he's entertaining, they don't give a toss about how much he actually weighs.
No.
And let's face it, most of the weights are fake anyway. Big Show weighed about 700 pounds.
No, Sam. They weren't for the title.
Right, okay.
They were having a feud.
So in kayfabe, he wasn't even a cruiserweight and then a feud. That is a problem.
This is what I'm saying. So, okay, take the word Matt Hardy. Gregory Helms had a feud for 4 months that didn't involve the title.
Okay.
There you go.
I can accept that. That is pretty
The way he won it was good because he was Hurricane, split up from Rosie, beat up Rosie, came out not dressed as Hurricane, and then they got to the Royal Rumble and they were going to have a Cruiserweight Open, and they went, there's been rumours that someone else is going to be in this. And Gregory Helms walked out and won it, and then held it all year, and then lost it in another Open after 385 days.
Wow. Was that Hornswoggle?
No, that was Chavo Guerrero.
Fair.
Paul London, my brain's telling me. He might have lost it to Chavo Guerrero. It's one of the two. I can't remember. Because quite frankly,
who cares?
They didn't. He went out like second or third.
Wow.
It's fucking stupid. Savage is better. Savage is great. Savage is an amazing. He literally is the greatest Intercontinental champion at this point. He really is. And I include Honky Tonk. Savage is better at this point. Our final match, and it is a women's match. It's Alundra Blaze's 342 days when they actually cared about the women's championship.
Just when she threw it in the bin?
Yes.
Sorry.
That's how this one ends.
It's sad that I don't really know that, but yeah.
Unbelievable matches with Paul Nakano. Unbelievable. We're talking they actually did the match in the Tokyo Dome. That's how big it went. They went, go on, Alundra, you can go defend it in the Tokyo Dome. And Bianca Belair's 420-day women's title reign.
What does she do in that reign?
Not, to be honest, not a lot. Becky is probably what she's most famous for, beating Becky, getting a win back on Becky and stuff like that. Sasha Banks, top of my head.
Mania 38.
Yeah, Mania 38. Yeah. So there's good stuff in there. Some really good stuff.
By the way you've described it, it sounds as though
Alundra Blazes is legendary. It's just the fact that, see it this way, when she put the title in the bin, they gave up on the women's division again. They literally brought back the women's title because they saw how good Alundra Blaze was in WCW as Medusa and all that stuff. And then they brought in women for her to face, some old people from like the 80s who couldn't go anymore. And then they brought people like Bull Nakano in, and Bull Nakano is one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. Like, hands down, she went into the Hall of Fame 2 years ago, I think. And wonderful speech, by the way. And she was just this. Bianca's is good. This is more legendary. Put it through. We're moving into the last 16 at the right hand side. It's Hogan's 1400 WWE title reign from beyond WrestleMania 1 all the way to the Saturday night's main event, and the New Day 483. So Hogan's initial, essentially, Hulkamania, wins against the Iron Sheik and takes it all the way to losing it to Andre, who gets rid of it after a minute. Can we talk about that? 1400, the next title reign is 1:30 or something stupid.
Mad, isn't it?
It's insane. And then it gets vacated, and then
there's so much politics around that you can see. Like, Of all the ways to lose it, like, you have to lose it like that.
Yeah.
Like, I know they're trying to get the tournament thing going.
And that ends up the tournament for WrestleMania 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's how you got to Savage, wasn't it? That was how they got Savage, rather than just have Hogan lose it and then Savage beat it. It's ridiculous. Why can't Savage beat Andre? How amazing would that have been for Savage to just beat Andre? It would have been so much better. It's obviously, Sam, there's Andre at WrestleMania 3.
I love the New Day. I'm not a Hogan fan.
I'm not. We are not Hogan fans, but people when they go, hate Hogan, I go, listen, so do we. Like, we hate the man. He's overrated. But at this point, he's not hated.
No.
At this point, he is loved.
Adored, yeah.
He is adored. He is on a pedestal. It's actually from around 91, 92 that the problems will falls off. When he gets eliminated in the Royal Rumble, they cheer in 92. And then WWE go back and change it to boos in post. So I think we have to remember that if you have to look at it objectively, New Day's is a legendary reign. Hogan's is a reign that essentially is the reason WWE is still here.
Yeah.
4 tag teams, Demolitions, 478 versus CM Punk's 434.
Sorry, Demolition lads.
Sorry, Demolition lads. CM Punk's isn't as good as we remember it, though. And we will have to talk about it a bit later. It's not as good as we remember. Well, I like CM Punk as well, but it's not good though, is it?
No, you're shouting nonsense.
It gets mid-carded.
No, you'll get mid-carded, Sam. I'm not happy with that.
Have you seen our view count? That's already happened. We're being jobbed out, man. Mate, we're on main event.
Well, at least you're not bitter about it.
Oh, I am so bitter about it. It is CM Punk, but and we'll talk about it a little bit later. Brock Lesnar's 504 Universal title main from WrestleMania 33 onwards, and the Usos 622.
Oh, Usos.
All day long.
All day long.
Don't even need to discuss it. It's Usos.
No. And I'm happy to see a tag team reign get this far, actually.
It's one of the best.
Yeah.
I mean, the other tag team that are really brilliant have come against a heavy hitter, to be fair. So, but arguably, this is one of the greatest because it's around what is also one of the greatest things that happened. I think the issue I had with the Usos, and I will say this now, is they didn't do a lot of defending of it.
No, it was a lot of they were kind of just secondary to the main thing of Roman.
They just were, we have titles, so we all have to have titles. So it became an accessory. But
they got a bit of the rub from Roman's thing as well.
But on the flip side, because they became an accessory, it main evented a WrestleMania.
And we have to talk about as well the way these title reigns end do matter in terms of.
And this ends legendary.
What a way to end this reign.
It gets a great. If you get to main event WrestleMania, you've done something with the title
in a tag team.
Simple as that. There you go. So Usos all the way. Oh, I tell you what, we're going old school here. It's Savage's 414 IC versus Alundra Blaze's 342. This is tough for me. This is tough because I think Savage's is very, very, very good, but it's in the early stages where not a lot's going on.
I have limited knowledge. I will happily pass this on to you.
Can I throw something out there?
Go for it.
Everyone says how good the WrestleMania 3 match is. And we have actually discussed this before when we did our greatest ever WrestleMania match brackets. Go check it out. We did a 2-part episode where we picked the best match from every WrestleMania and then we bracketed them. Go back and watch that WrestleMania 3 match. You'll have two comments. No, I'm going to get to this. You'll have 2 comments about it. One, you'll go, wow, this is so ahead of its time. Oh my God, right? It's so ahead of its time. It's fast-paced, there's counters, it's not just heels in control, they keep swapping over. It's so unbelievable. It would be picked up and you could slot it in way later and it would be fine. It would struggle now. But people say, oh, you could put it on the level of now. No, you can't. It's not even close. The issue is, if you watch the match, there's a lot of crap in this match. George the Animal Steel's involved. And you're like, what's going on? And they don't mention that when they do this match. The George the Animal Steel is actually the reason that things happen in the end. And there's a way to it's a really strange. So that they talk about the ending of this thing is good. The build of it as being IC champions all right. I weirdly still think it's Alundra Blaze, weirdly, because they essentially built a division around her and put her on the card almost every single time.
Well, I haven't seen much of either of these reigns, and obviously the Mania 3 match, so I can't really contribute much. I will give this one to you.
I'm weirdly, and you know how much I love Savage, I mean, Jesus, I'm going to say Alundra Blaze because I think from a legendary standpoint, they did so much with it. And let's be honest, we know it's about the ending of it. It ended in a different way. It made the women's title very memorable in a very, very different way. So I'm going to go with Alundra Blaze. I really am. Hogan's 1400 WWE from WrestleMania, prior to WrestleMania, all the way to WrestleMania 4. Essentially 1 to 4, effectively. And CM Punk's 434. Can I talk about the issues with Punk's?
Go on.
So the problem with Punk's is he was immediately sidelined. Like, he didn't main event a single pay-per-view unless John Cena or The Rock was in the match. That's a massive problem.
Yeah.
Now, if he only faced those two, great. But he had a good feud with Daniel Bryan.
Very good feud.
Well, really, really good feud.
Kane's involved in that.
But it felt like they were feuding over the Intercontinental Championship rather than WWE title. It did. It did.
No, at least
it was more about AJ Lee more than anything else.
Yeah, but that happens with some world title feuds.
It can do. Then there was the Big Show thing. That was really bad.
He wasn't in the title picture for long though, Sam.
I know, but I'm just saying that was also bad.
The
heel turn was a bad decision, I think.
But I think it was well executed.
Well executed, sort of, but I agree.
He was very good as a heel.
And he is always good in the heel, but I didn't want to boo him. The fans didn't want to boo him. Then he had a bad Cena feud when he was a heel. It didn't work. They kept doing draw finishes as well. Yeah. It's not as good as we want it to be.
No, Sam, stop yelling at the clouds. It was.
I love CM Punk. I loved him being title reign.
You are showing contempt towards the clouds.
We have to sit down and break this down. We have to.
No, we do not.
I mean, we can, because Hogan, WrestleMania 1, what a waste of time. WrestleMania 2, what a waste of time. So you can do it on the flip side.
This is what I mean. If you want to hyperanalyze
I know, I was. That's what we have to do. That's the job.
No, but you know what I mean? You have to find...
You can't just go on vibes.
That's all I've done on this channel, Sam. Just go on vibes. That's why I don't win predictions. Just go on vibes alone, okay? And I will stick to that philosophy until I die. And it'll be after you, so I'll take over this channel. And this channel will be run purely off of vibes.
The only way you're going to win a predictions if there's no one
predicting. I'll just find another younger Sam who didn't even watch wrestling and just kind of pip him by 1 point. And anyway, I've divulged. I think this is fantastic. It's the only one in this list where someone turns heel during it other than Savage.
Agreed. That's actually the best thing about it.
Which is huge. And he's had some fantastic matches. You're also forgetting the Jericho stuff, which was really, really good. Especially, I know you're like, you're ready for it. Oh, Mania wasn't that good. It was very good.
I thought it was going to be better.
Even better was the Extreme Rules Chicago Street Fight they had was really good.
No. Do you know how I'm going to judge it? Everything was good. I thought it was going to be better.
Yeah, but that's you going, Punk's got to be best.
No, it's not. I know how good Punk is, Jericho is, Bryan is, Cena is. I know how good all of them are. That's the issue.
And I'm sorry, the Rock stuff, even though, yes, you shouldn't have lost it.
It's the best stuff Rock's done. Outside until Cody Rhodes a decade later.
Absolutely brilliant. The feud between those two is brilliant.
It is really good.
Ultimately, I've said this many times, I'll die on the hill. Should have retained it till Mania 29.
Agreed.
Faced The Undertaker. 20-0 versus 500 days.
Absolutely, should have been. That's exactly it. Cena and Rock didn't need the title. They could have just gone again.
That should have been it, and Taker wins it, and someone can.
Who are you picking here?
If you want to use a veto, you have to use it. Because I'm going Punk.
I kind of want veto using that against Hulk Hogan versus.
Well, that's the man you're aiming to be, Sam, and you got to live with that, and you got to sleep tonight.
Do you know what? I have integrity, and I stick by my integrity, and I am going to veto and put Hulk Hogan through. And while I do that, I need to just go to the bathroom.
Shower.
I need to go have a shower. Hulk Hogan.
Integrity has favoured Hulk Hogan.
Unbelievably, more integrity for Hogan.
You dirty man.
Yeah. Usos versus Lunge Blaze. Usos.
Still dropping.
Hulk Hogan's 1400 versus the Usos 622.
Ultimately, here's the way I look at this, Sam.
Yeah.
I would have had Punk's reign beat the Usos.
I think it probably would have done, to be fair.
You're going to say Hogan over the Usos.
I think so.
This makes me sad.
It does make me sad. The only thing I would say from an argument standpoint is being the Usos being the champion, with the bloodline rub, granted, put the tag team titles in a position they have never been in, and I'm going to assume will never be again.
No.
It took 39 WrestleManias for the tag team titles to be treated with any reverence. I mean, even the TLCs weren't treated, but they were a spot match. Here's the spot match.
And we'll just put the tag titles as the foils.
Could have been anything, right? Yeah. But this was meaningful
to win the
titles, and they loved it. It was two best friends in the main event of WrestleMania, and they did that. Because they got to such a stardom of being the tag team. They did that. But Hogan is this title reign is the greatest WWE title reign in reference to money and ticket sales and fandom and over and everything. The match with Andre is maybe a bad match, but it does everything that it needs to do. Yeah. And it is brilliant because of it. It has to be Hogan. Putting it through. Can't believe it. I cannot believe Hogan's making the final here. So we move into the final, but before we go into the final, first of all, do you agree with any of our decisions? Are you shocked by any of these that are the top 32 longest title reigns outside or after WrestleMania 1. Would you have done any different? So let us know, would you have done any different in the comments? But also let us know, who would you have win? Because our finalists are, Sam, Roman Reigns' 13-16 WWE Universal title reign and Hulk Hogan's 1400 WWE title reign from technically before this is meant to start, all the way. So essentially, roughly, just before Mania 1, all the way to just before Mania 4, effectively.
Wow.
Two very, very different reigns that are practically the same. Isn't it strange?
Are these the two longest on here?
Yeah.
Mad.
They are the two longest, and that's not the intention.
According to us, length matters.
Apparently, and that wasn't the intention, though.
No.
It's what they did within them. They've got legendary things in them.
They absolutely have.
Yeah.
And I suppose it does help that they had more time to do those.
Well, they could have lost them and won them back and carried on doing the legendary, which a lot of people
that's
do.
Part of it.
I know.
Especially Roman's more so.
Roman's more so because it was
Hogan,
modern
that was
era.
the thing.
Yeah, everyone was champion. Like, literally, Hogan took off Iron Sheik, who took off Backlund, who had it for however many days he had it for. And then we had Bruno, however many days. And Pedro had it for like 400 stupid days. So they all kind of did. So I think longevity terms, even though Hogan's is longer, you have to give that tick to Roman.
Yes.
Because it's the modern era.
And it's not too far off either.
And you know what? If we went on what it does for the industry, I put these as equal again. Because, first of all, Hogan's sets up the industry. Like, if WrestleMania 1 fails, then WWE fail. I don't know how true that really is, but that's what Vince McMahon has said. And let's be honest.
It was more just the fact that they would have physically gone bankrupt.
They potentially. They put a lot of money into it.
Not in terms of interest, in terms of bankruptcy.
And let's be honest, that's all on Hogan's back. And we don't like Hogan, right? We're not a fan of Hogan and stuff like that. But let's be honest here, the pressure he must have been under in those early years of WWF doing these things must have been huge. I don't think anyone's ever really spoken about that. No. How much pressure he had to have been on, how exhausted he must have been.
And the fandom and the stardom and
couldn't
how
walk
to
around,
deal with that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone, especially then, because it's different now. We kind of understand how to sort of deal with that now.
Yeah.
So I think more than any back then at least. Yeah. So I don't think people have given him enough credit for what he had to deal with there.
Agreed. And that's probably what led him to being so political and protective of his position.
Most likely.
I would say Hogan, actually, I'm going to kind of lead back to the point. He did more for the industry with the title reign, and no Reigns' title reign rejuvenated.
And that's what I was going to say, it rejuvenated it up.
If Roman's title reign hadn't been there, never happened, we wouldn't be in a very dissimilar place now. I don't think in terms of where WWE is. There may be a bit less fanfare, but I think because we've had a bit of a downward slide again, it's just kind of gone back to a bit above where it was maybe before Roman did that. Whereas the difference in Hogan's reign that it made is astronomical.
Well, look what happened. Hogan lost the title, but he was still a main fixture with Randy Savage to win the title, and then so it was still all about him. Sort of thing.
So I think it did more for the industry, but I think quality entertainment value-wise, Roman's far beyond.
I think that's the thing. So if we were going to go on, what would you rather watch? Let's go break down Hogan's base of it, because you can kind of break it down beat for beat. We had the weird tag team with Roddy Piper, which was obviously mainstream. I mean, that feud pretty much happened on different television programs, which Roman's never did, so that's different. Then he drifted a lot, because they still have massive pay-per-view, so most of it's done on closed circuit television more than anything. And he did his feud with, WrestleMania 2, and he took on a giant egg. But then Roman never had anything that was the scale of Andre. Cody's is good, and it's really high, and arguably the greatest WrestleMania finish of all time is WrestleMania 40. But the scale of Hogan Andre is just on another level.
No two ways about it.
And the scale was so big that, remember, they then did the Saturday night's main event, which I don't think was on Saturday. I think it was actually main event. 30 million people watched it, which is one of the most watched things ever. I think it is the most watched wrestling thing ever. I think, don't hold me to that, but that's huge numbers. That's incredible numbers. And again, that's on the back of Hogan and this title reign. Wanted to see these two go at it again. Andre turned heel to do it. It reinvigorated another character who was legendary. Roman Reigns, I think we have to take into consideration that there were troughs. We just mentioned that Hogan's had troughs.
Yeah.
But that first bit under COVID, I mean, it's phenomenal. It's actually phenomenal when he returns. Then he drifts for a bit. He really does. WrestleMania 37 is good, and then 38, we're back to Brock crap again. Yeah. And it's a bit boring, and he's just losing interest. And then it's not Roman Reigns who picks it back up again. It's Sami Zayn who does it. Let's be honest here. Roman's sole brilliance is because of Cody and Sami.
Do you reckon if Zayn hadn't joined the whole bloodline thing and reinvigorated it, do you think Drew would have ended up actually winning and taking it off him at Clash in...
Sami wasn't involved by that point.
He was.
Was he involved?
He was. He wasn't on the show.
Yeah.
Because Drew took a bunch of the bloodline out.
Yeah, so does Cody.
But he was.
Yeah.
No, but Sami Zayn was very much part of it.
Was he by that point?
He was.
Yeah. Was he as the biggest deal at that point?
He was.
Was he still was he still trying to do the honorary
still
stuff?
Kind of half accepted. He wasn't. I think it might have been after. It was after the War Games. He was given the honorary.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I think Drew still loses. I think Drew because they introduced Solo Sikoa. So I'm going to say no. I think what I'm going to say is if there wasn't a Cody Rhodes, I think he loses to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
not
39.
Not even Montreal. I think he loses it to Sami Zayn at 39.
Yeah.
So I think so. But again, this is the thing. So we always talk about other people making it. The reason that I'm going to put my weight behind Hogan is because I think he made it with the help of booking from Vince. I think Roman's reign is up there for two reasons. One, this is just not done in the modern era. Not done. This is unbelievable. It was insane. It became legendary. It became legendary within itself, which is even more impressive. But I think he was helped along a lot by a lot of side players.
I look at the but the side players are part of the reign.
No, I agree.
Look at the whole story.
No, this is why I'm looking at it.
The whole story and the body of work of his title reign is unlike anything we've seen.
You're the judge. It's your decision.
Oh, yeah, I am.
You get to decide.
I'll just do it. Yeah, I've got to justify it.
Yeah.
I think the body of work is better. It's more three-dimensional. You've got more things going on. It elevates different people.
Three-dimensional is a very good thing to attack Hogan with.
Yeah, because that's
but they didn't need, but they
I'm not saying they needed to. But if I'm looking at either one I want to see...
I think you forget one thing, though. Again, you have to change your brain to what was happening at the time. There is no Raw. There is no SmackDown.
No, I know there's...
So they don't get to watch it every single week. So even though Hogan's doing the same thing, it's fresher.
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm not saying...
I'm just saying it comes across different because it gets to not be every
But I think
week.
that what they created with the Bloodline, the quality of matches that were had...
Oh, well, there are some matches.
Well, unbelievable. And also, we talked about a very big thing, babyface title reign as opposed to a heel.
Mm.
A heel having that length of reign is just awesome because he won multiple WrestleMania main events and it was who's going to be able to take it off him
I will just say on the counter argument to that, back in the day it was always babyface long reign. Then the switch happened because people hated babyfaces and heels only have long reigns now. Yeah, so I will say
but it's more interesting to watch. It's a better system. Can he beat this guy? It
should always be a heel. Babyfaces should not. Now that kayfabe is dead, you cannot have a babyface have a long reign. It showed with Cody. People do not like Cody as much, and I blame his title reigns.
Yeah. So I've got to go Roman.
Go on, finish it off. Take it home.
All right. Well, I would like to round off by acknowledging my tribal chief and giving him the greatest title reign post San Martino
of all time.
The longest. Yes, that's longest.
But it's San Martino, really, isn't it? The winner of the greatest title reign of all time is probably Bruno, but we are going to decide that the greatest title reign is our tribal chief. It is Roman Reigns 13-16. Can't believe it's 13-16. What a legendary number.
Why wasn't it Austin costing him? That would have been perfect.
I know. It's Roman Reigns is going to be our greatest ever long-term title reign post WrestleMania 1. Thank you very much for joining us. What do you think about the decision? Do you think this is the winner? Do you think someone else should have won? Have you forgotten that there can't be any others? These are the 32. You have to deal with it. Deal with it. These are the 32. Yeah. These are the longest. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on Sam's on Wrestling. I like this one. This was good. This one. Yeah, this was a good one. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Nikki Bella was on the same list as Hulk Hogan.
And he got through a round.
He did.